On this week's weekly video fishing forecast, we have all the upcoming events for the weekend. Paul McCain shows off his must-have freshwater lures, plus our correspondents reporting in from around the island, all here at thefisherman.com.
The Fishing News is sponsored by these fine partners.
Today's Thursday, March 17th, and this is the Fisherman magazine's weekly video fishing forecast. So let's start off with the upcoming events. As I speak, Marine Mate in Lindenhurst is stocking up for their sale. They're having a big open house sale starting this Saturday at 9 a.m. Get the best prices of the year on bottom paint and more. The sale runs through April 10th. Then March 18th through the 20th is the Saltwater Fishing Expo in Edison, New Jersey. I will be there Sunday working the booth as well. And if you want to get involved in the Robert Moses Beach cleanup and you have a 4x4 permit, you can meet up on Saturday, March 19th at 9 a.m. at Field 2 in Robert Moses. There will be snacks in the morning and hot dogs in the afternoon, courtesy of Patrol Director Joe Pell. Please reach out to Joe via email if you plan on attending so you can get a proper head count. Check the description on YouTube for all the links and information.
Hey folks, Captain Mark here. Spring is approaching, and the Edison, New Jersey show is March 18th through the 20th, alright? So come over to the Tony Masha booth, meet Maja, get Cochise, Tex. We'll be there on Saturday, probably Sunday morning, alright? What we're going to be showing off is the new Masha Mojos, Masha spoons, and new for 2022, the beautiful Masha drift spoons. They are deadly.
Thanks for stopping by and saying hello at the Long Island Boat Show. If you stop by the Steiger display, you will have seen a similar boat that you will have a chance to win by being a Fisherman subscriber and fishing hard. So if you're not a subscriber already, stop by and subscribe at the Fisherman magazine and get your circle hooks, fish bites, and your chance to win a Steiger Craft boat and be part of the Coastal Kayak Clash. The New York DEC is getting ready to stock lakes once again in Nassau and Suffolk County, so get those light tackles, spinning, and fly rods ready to go. Trout fishing is a great way to kick off the season. Hit the link in the description below to view the lakes being stocked this spring with the number of trout going into each one. Later in the broadcast, Paul McCain of River Bay Outfitters will show you his 4 favorite flies.
For 2022, Marine Mate is extending their annual open house event from March 19th to April 10th. Over 3 weeks of big savings just in time for the boating season. Bottom paint from $69.99 per gallon. 20% off zincs, dock lines, fenders. Save big on engine parts, outboard oil, fuel stabilizer, cleaner, waxes, and more.
If you're looking to get on the beach this season, time is running out to get your permit. New York State Parks is using a new checkout system, and you may have to create a new account if you've had issues. You will also need to have your up-to-date recreational marine fishing registry ID number. I'll leave a link in the description for the New York State website so you can purchase your 4x4 fishing permit. News 12 meteorologist Rich Von Ohlen has the outlook for the weekend. Rich.
All right, thanks, Matt. Hey, anglers, welcome to a new fishing season. Let's check the weather forecast, see what we got going on. You can always check your favorite apps, websites, whatever you got. This will be a general heads-up overview on the upcoming weekend, which features the first official day of spring on Sunday. So as you kind of imagine, some water temps, the winter is still cold. We got some 40s here all throughout the island. And looking at the wave heights, not going to be an optimum weekend for doing some ocean stuff or out in the boat. You know, big winds this weekend, south going west. You got 4 to 8 foot, 8s to 12s offshore. You know, the sound's okay, the surf should be okay, maybe a good weekend to do some freshwater fishing. It's a little better Sunday late in the day, of course, going into Monday as things settle down. South breeze, we got a front coming in, little showers on Saturday, and a little gusty breeze from the south. It's going to turn things up a little bit. And then we get towards, Sunday more westerly with the front coming through about 10 to 20. And it's going to keep things a little bit, churned up as we go throughout the weekend. So, first week in the spring looking a little bit dicey. High temperatures, 50s to near 60s, so it's not that cold at least, and 50s here to near 60 as we go into Sunday as well. Let's check that guru quickly and, confirming there's your Saturday. South breeze, a little gusty with the showers and the wind. The ocean pretty riled up right there. We go hard westerly on Sunday. We still got some pretty big waves. So again, not a great start, but hey, it is spring, getting excited about the fishing season. Hope you have a wonderful season. Be safe as always. Matt, back to you.
Now let's check in with Captain Timothy O'Rourke from Montauk. Tim.
Thanks, Matt. Well, greetings everybody from out here in Montauk. Definitely the weather is starting to turn in a positive direction outside of Sunday when it got cold, but everything's bounced back. The local front, everybody's starting to get their boats ready. Nobody's really fishing the salt water too much. Things have been pretty quiet, so there hasn't been a whole lot to rush out there for. But in the freshwater department, there's plenty of fish being caught. I got 3 or 4 guys out here that are banging out some really nice largemouth bass, and they're doing it pretty consistently on the warm days. Big Reed Pond, Hidden Lake, those spots are producing some good stuff. There's guys driving out from Southampton to enjoy that out here. Coming up this next weekend is Paul McCain from River Bay Outfitters. He is doing his Long Island Fly Fishing Expo, and that is going to be at the Radisson in Hop Hog. That is on Saturday the 26th. The Manhattan Cup is going to be coming up in early June. That's a really good benefit for wounded warriors and soldiers that are in need. And that's a really great tournament put on by Frank Crescitelli, and I'm looking forward to fishing that again this year. As far as out here, now that the weather's getting warm, I'm going to be doing something with Montauk Brewing. It's probably going to be on Sundays, so pay attention. Next week I'll have more information. It's going to be like a rod demonstration, a sage rod demonstration. We'll be doing some sage rods and real fly lines. I'll be giving away a couple prizes, and it'll be in conjunction with Montauk Brewing, so there's going to be some really delicious beer to be had. So like I said, next week I'll have more information on that, and it's something to get everybody motivated for the spring and the summer that's going to come. We should start seeing fish here probably within 2 to 3 weeks. We'll start seeing some small cruiser bass coming around. All right, until next week, everybody get your boats ready, get your rods ready, get your mind ready to go fishing. Thank you, Matt.
From Sag Harbor, we have Will and Andy. Guys.
Hey everyone, report is obviously limited due to the winter, but there's still some options to get out there locally in Long Island. You can go freshwater for some trout, you can go panfish. People have been catching white perch, which has been pretty cool in some of the brackish waters. And also there's always that opportunity to get outside and go away. So Andrew's going to tell you about that.
Yeah, well, as you can see here, we're down in Florida enjoying the sun, enjoying the fishing, especially when the saltwater fishing is a little too cold for us up north. So believe it or not, they even have bluefish and porgies down here. So we feel right at home. And been catching some snook, some redfish, etc. So, we'll send it back to you, Matt.
From Shinnecock, let's check in with Mike Dean. Mike.
Thanks, Matt. Hey, everyone. Spring is finally here. Close enough. Might be getting ahead of myself, but I just think these sunny days with not a lot of clouds are heating up that muddy bottom back in the bays, and everything's going to start to move around. Have heard reports of osprey. I haven't seen any flying around with any bunker in the talons, but that they are around is a good sign that we have bait. There's been plenty of fish caught in Jersey in the back bays there, so definitely worth a few casts. It's still kind of early, and I probably am getting ahead of myself, but I might be laid up for a few weeks, but as soon as I can get out there, I will be. There's still some white perch around. Just a great time. Do that last minute checkup on the surf bag. Troubles that need switching out, taking off the back treble for a single hook, and spooling up with fresh braid on a lot of the light tackle that you'd be using now. I went with a 20-pound Power Pro Super Slick, and pretty psyched to use that once I get going with it. Also a great excuse to get into your local shop and kind of pick their brains on what's going on. So, all right, have a great weekend. Catch them up. Back to you, Matt.
From Northport, we have Mark McGowan from Cow Harbor Bait and Tackle.
The approach of spring is always one of the most exciting moments for a fisherman, and we're coming close to spring. This week it's been so nice and warm. I'm wearing my t-shirt. I've been outside. There's a lot of people stirring, dropping off knives to be sharpened, lots of reels that need service, dropping off those rod repairs. Thank you so much. Remember, we still have our awesome custom rod giveaway, and that's what it is when you come to Cow Harbor and you spend like your money, if it has to be $50 to get that free raffle ticket. It has to be multiple of 50. So every time that you spend 50 or more in multiples of 50, spend 50, 100, 150, 200, which is real easy to do sometimes, you're getting raffle tickets back. Folks are dropping off their reels. They're getting raffle tickets. Putting custom rod deposits down. They're getting raffle tickets. Buying a new reel, raffle tickets. Gift cards, raffle tickets. It doesn't matter. Somebody's going to get a $500 custom rod built by me just for you the way you like it. Your own decals, your own colors, your own blank, your own layout. It doesn't matter whether you fish from the boat or the beach. A customer is a wonderful thing for us, and our family business wants to say thank you so much for tuning into our reports, for coming to our shop, and letting us have a nice little life here. Thank you so much. Now, getting on to the fishing experience here on Long Island. This is absolutely a great week if you're into the sweetwater fresh. You know, this has got to be one of the most underrated fisheries here in Long Island. We've got largemouth, smallmouth bass, you've got pickerel, trout. There's so many wonderful things. And you know, this month is when the state has been stocking the different trout ponds and lakes that we have here. So it's a great time to get out and really have a great time. You know, trout that get dropped in from these hatcheries up there, they are not wary. So there's many different ways. You can catch them with worms, dough balls, little spinner blades, flies. It's a whole lot of fun for the kids and the people that are not so experienced in catching trout. If you are great trout fisherman, you think that you're intermediate, you want to like fine craft your tune, head down to the river, White's Pool, Blydenburg, practice that fly fishing technique. Remember, with these warm water, it's going to be a lot of insects and flying bugs are going to begin to emerge, hatch, fall off the off leaves into the water, and that really gets the fish on the bite. If you're into striped bass, gotta tell you, I'm not seeing much over here locally, but to the west, there's some fish sightings going on. New Jersey, our customers of custom rods and boga grips and such that we ship back to New Jersey for service work. They're sending us pictures, and the fish are starting to stir. Again, this past week, remember, it was a bit cold. I guess I don't have to remind you, but that turned the fishing off a little bit. Now with this total switch in the sun and the warmth, you should expect to see some action. Would you know that today there were porpoise swimming around in Huntington Harbor? Yeah, Huntington Harbor chasing herring, most likely. And that's just wonderful. We see beautiful, clean waters. Hopefully we'll start in the back areas. You'll see maybe an emergence of grass shrimp will be the first things that you'll see. There's also osprey around. They're indicating that you know bunker have to be showing up soon as well. So we're getting close. This is really an important time of the year for preparation. If you're a fisherman, if you're got your 4x4 permits, please, you got to make sure you have all that 4x4 tools in your truck so you don't get a ticket. If you're a freshwater fisherman, go get that $25 freshwater fisherman license. The saltwater registry, it's really important. It's free, but you don't want to get yourself a ticket. Go get it. If you're a boater, make sure you have that boater certificate, the safety course, so that you don't get a ticket. There's so many things to do. And remember, preparation is also an important thing. Go out, get your passes before you can't do it anymore. There's so much to do. I hope to see you at the shop soon, dropping off your stuff before it's too late. We always get a lot of equipment here, but we work late to make sure that we bring it back to you in a timely fashion. And I just want to say, it's wonderful to see everybody. And I hope to see you at the shop soon. Until next week, I bid you peace and tight lines.
With the Flying Freshwater Report, we have Paul McCain from River Bay Outfitters.
Hello, Matt. Well, here I am. I'm getting... I've been working so hard. Kenny and I have been working so hard on our Fly Fishing Expo on Saturday, March 26th, that I just had to get out. I had to get away from the computer, right? So I came down local to one of the local lakes. Actually, this is Hempstead Lake, right? As you can see, it's nice and clear. I don't know how the fishing's going to be. Going to give it a shot, get some casting in. Now, as far as the reports go, I have been hearing more and more fish are coming up in the streams, especially the Long Island. We have these spring creeks, and they stay pretty ice-free, and they've been fishing fairly well, and they're going to be stocked in a week. So it's going to be a great spring, I think. I mean, today is almost 60 degrees. And it's supposed to even get warmer by the end of the week. But as far as the saltwater goes, I think, we're going to 1st of April. I think that's when it's going to start showing up in the back bays, the western part of the Sound, the western part of the South Shore, Jamaica Bay, Little Neck. Those will be your first places to go look. As far as everything else goes, well, You know, we've been, like I said, busy on our expo. Don't forget, Saturday, March 26th. It's a week from this Saturday. Just be known, it is $10 to get in. If you're under 18 or 18 and under, and with a paid adult, you don't pay. And it's only $10, but it is cash only. So please bring those $10 bills so we can use them. All right? I hope to see you there. It's going to be a great time. I know Matt's going to be there. I know that we have presentations. It's going to be a terrific time. So until next week, right before the show, tie lines, everybody.
March is one of the best times of year to throw flies on one of Long Island's many ponds and lakes. And Paul McCain is back with his 4 favorite flies. Paul.
You know what I do is I fish a lot of the streams here on Long Island. Long Island really has some excellent trout streams that people don't really know about, besides the Connie. Of course, everybody knows about that. But there are so many of them. And these are what the flies that I have to have in my box, the minimum amount. Right. Basically, can't go anywhere out without a woolly bugger. Woolly bugger is probably one of your most productive flies. You could dead drift it, you could nymph it, you could streamer it, you could actually use it as a dry fly if it's unweighted. It is just an absolutely must-be in everybody's box. I also like to use nice big dry flies, such as this stimulator here. This stimulator right here. It's a great dry fly. I did extremely well when I was guiding this there on the Connie with the stimulators. It's big, the fish see it, it's a big meal, they're gonna eat it. Now, of course, elephants eat peanuts, and big fish will take little tiny nymphs, and you can't go wrong with it. I like to use jig style hooks, because it will ride point up, but it is a terrific fly. I've probably caught more fish on nymphs than anything else. But one of the surprises, and don't ask me why it works, but it does. Everywhere I fish, and I've been to Montana, the mop fly. I feel guilty using it. But this is you must have one of these in your box, and they come in all different colors. Beige, pink, blues, chartreuse. They all work. They all work at one time. So the next time you're out on one of these local streams, make sure you have some of these flies in your box. And if you really want to know, stop it at the shop. Stop at the shop, because I will set you up and tell you where to go and how many. This Long Island is a fly fishing paradise. There is so much water. And I haven't even talked about the warm water fishing yet. So stop at the shop. I'd love to talk, and have a cup of coffee with me.
If you would like to be a part of our weekly video fishing forecast, we're looking for social media savvy anglers for hyperlocal reporting from around the New York Metro and Long Island area. So if you're a captain, tackle shop, or just an avid angler, contact Tim at labayrat@gmail.com. Remember to like our video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and tap on the bell to be notified instantly when we post a new video on YouTube. And of course, to be a subscriber to the Fisherman magazine to be part of the Dreamboat Contest and Coastal Kayak Clash. Check out this video's description on YouTube for all the related links and index for specific reports. Please support our correspondents by visiting their websites and social media pages. The Edison Show is a great event. I hope to see you there.
Steigercraft boats, built by people who fish our waters. Serious anglers choose Steigercraft for their 40 years of boat building experience right here in the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic. Visit steigercraft.com for a dealer near you.